Something from it that you hadn't learned from all your other hiring experiences in the past?
Not that I can think of. Not that I can think of. It was. I was comforted to know that, to have all those people around me. That's why we didn't do this as a three-person search with just Dick and Ozzie and I. The interaction that we had with Eric and Vince and Pat and George, Kevin Byrne, who was incredibly important in this process. He's a great guy for me. He gives me great counsel, and again, I'm very appreciative of their support.
Steve, he's undefeated, your new head coach. But talk about the new energy after coming off a bad season that a day like this gives the whole organization.
That's up for them to decide. You know, does it make? Yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited. I've got a bump, but I don't play. You know, the bump's going to come in September, and if we start off 1-3, then it's going to be over. The bump in enthusiasm is going to be over, and we see, and it's the leader's job to make sure that he can rebound from a 1-3 start like San Diego did this year, and so that momentum can die quickly. It still comes down to the relationships that John's able to build and forge in this building, in that group of 53, that are going to determine our long-term success.
It's been touched on today, but last year, I mean, it was a tough season for everybody, but the in-house volume
I think it's human nature, and I think that group dynamics are a strange thing, and they're even stranger being picked apart in public. You know, so I think it turns goods into greats and bads into horribles. It just has a tendency to magnify into this world of never-ending criticism and overanalyzation. There were a lot of other teams that were 5-11 or 6-10 or 4-12, and the same thing's going on everywhere where they didn't succeed. So I said to you a couple years ago, I don't think that you'll ever see a 5-11 team bragging about their chemistry. So I think we can win. I think we can win right away, and I like the nucleus of this team. People talk about us being, you know, an aging team, and I just scratch my head. I look at Ed Reed and Art Scott and Haloti Nada and Terrell Suggs, and I say, that's what they said in 2002 when we dumped all the veterans. You remember in 2001? Everybody was talking about us just obliterating the roster, and yet we had Jamal Lewis on one side of the ball. We had you know, Ray Lewis and Chris McAllister, and a lot of talented people left, and it wasn't the gutting that people said it was. So we've got some upside.
You're never as bad as you think you are when you're losing. Is that what you're saying?
I think so, exactly. Yeah, I mean, well, you've seen it. Teams like Tampa Bay, they rebounded and they made it back to the playoffs, and last to first is not unusual in this league anymore, Scott. So anything in between is more than possible.
That was good.
Do you part of the interview process? Really, part of the interview process.